Hey guys, I wanted to film this video because like a lot of people asked to do like an update following what I brought to the hospital with me, to just tell you guys what I actually use. And I think that's a great idea because there was a lot of stuff that I didn't use. There's not too much stuff that I needed that I didn't have. My hospital really did provide me with like the essentials of everything I needed. I even unpacked my hospital bag because I've been waiting to film this video, so I'm just gonna kind of pull and grab and tell you as I go. So this bag that I brought, this little set of 3 bags, this housed my nursing pads and feminine pads. I never used these. My hospital provided these and they honestly weren't bad, and they weren't bad at all. A lot of people said like take your own because it's not good. But I figured like I'm gonna need these when I'm home, so why use the ones I have? I'm just gonna use the ones the hospital gave me. And they really weren't bad. They weren't irritating. They did the job. I will say I'm breastfeeding, so my bleeding, that's the other thing, and I could talk about it more in labor and delivery video, but I was expecting it to be like, not to be TMI, but I was expecting it to be horrific and constant, and it hasn't been that way, and I'm sure it's different for everyone, but my bleeding really wasn't bad. So I didn't want to, like, I'm still using these at home, but I didn't go through them as quickly as I thought that I would have. But like I said, my hospital provided them. The nursing pads, definitely recommend these. My milk has come in, and if you're breastfeeding, you will need these, but you will not need them at the hospital. Your milk doesn't come in yet. And a lot of people said that on the video, but I was like, oh, I'm just going to take them just to be safe. Great to have now at home, but definitely not necessary in the hospital. And so that was that, everything in that bag. Also the lanolin cream, which is downstairs. I would bring that because she latched right away. So I was breastfeeding for the 2.5, 3 days that we were in the hospital, and it did get very sore at some points. So I would recommend the lanolin cream. My hospital also provided, they make their own concoction of nipple cream. It's like all natural. One of like the OBs invented it 20 years ago, and it's like a prescription that my hospital provides. So that's really what I was using. So technically I didn't need to bring the lanolin, but I think it's a good thing to have because not all hospitals will provide you with that. Also, this was empty when I brought it. I just brought like a big laundry bag. Definitely recommend this for all your dirty laundry. I even have like her onesies, my nightgown, you know, the onesie from the hospital that they gave. They provide these. This is what she was in. I didn't want it to save it. So like stuff like that. This was really nice to have, and I can just throw this back in the laundry, in the washer with everything else. So I definitely think it's a good idea to bring a bigger bag for all your laundry and like take home stuff. And I might even still have them in here. This, I think there's a name for this, but it's basically like a little squirt bottle for down there. And I took home extra pads that they gave me. I took home their like disposable underwear, which I have to say were very comfortable. Very comfortable. All that extra stuff. They gave me hydrocortisone cream for down there. I took that home. So like having a bag to just kind of load up, and then they let me take like all the baby stuff. They gave me an extra baby blanket. They gave me extra diapers, wipes, which they're not like the wet wipes. They're just like cloth. They're disposable, but they're cloth dry wipes, and that's what we used on her in her first days of life because you don't want to put any like chemicals on their skin. And I've been using them to like clean her off and stuff. So I took like everything that they were giving me, I basically took. So having a bag to bring home is definitely a wise idea. Okay, speaking of underwear, so the ones that they provide you in the hospital are disposable. I will say I brought my own. I didn't need to bring my own. I never used my own. I'm using these now that I'm home. Again, I didn't want to use mine. I'm like, I'm just going to use what they give you and save my stuff for home. So they're not very comfortable. They're high. I don't technically really need to wear these because, like I said, my bleeding has been very light. But everybody is different. And like I said, I don't know if your hospitals provide you with disposable underwear. I would think most would. So this really wasn't necessary for me to have. Okay, just put this bag up here. Okay, my bathrobe. I did use this. It was really nice to have because you are breastfeeding, and I tried to wear like minimal stuff so I could just have easy access to it. So this was just nice to kind of keep by my bed and just throw on anytime visitors came and I needed to feed, or like a nurse would come in and have to check me. It was just a good thing to have. These are her little baby blankets they sent me home with. Swaddle blankets. I brought 2. I did use one. I didn't even use this one. I brought another mint green one, and I used that for when we had visitors practically the whole time we were in there. So I used that a lot for when I was breastfeeding, to just kind of drape over my shoulder, just kind of cover up. These are the Aiden and Annie ones, and they're very lightweight. They're almost breathable. So I just kind of had that as like a protector. Again, not necessary, not essential, but was helpful to have. Oh, here's her little hat they gave her in the nursery. So cute. And her little socks. Okay, video camera and charger. We did film it for our own sake. So I loved having that, and I would recommend it. We obviously did not know the gender, and so Nick was the only one in the delivery room with me, and then he videotaped going out to get my parents and my brother who were waiting, and filmed their reaction when they came in and saw me with her. And she was like all covered in bundles, so they didn't know. So we got to have that on tape, which was really awesome. And it was nice too, because then I got to see the reaction. It wasn't like he just went out and said like, it's a girl. Like, I got to see the reaction, which was pretty amazing. I brought this maxi dress and this striped white one, which is in my laundry, this one. I wore both of these. I wore this one home. And a lot of people said a lot of the time, the whole time you're there, they come in and they're constantly checking you down there. So this was nice to just kind of slip up and have them able to check you. Again, a lot of people said to bring like sweatpants and bulky pants because of your pads and like everything's like uncomfortable. And I really didn't find that. I did bring the leggings, and I wore my leggings one of the days. During our stay while we were in there, they had like a newborn discharge class that we went to, so like I wore my leggings to that, and I wasn't real bulky down there, so it was very comfortable. I enjoyed having my leggings. They had the wide waistband. They're in my laundry bag right now. So the leggings were awesome. The maxi dresses were really nice and comfortable, and easy access, so I enjoyed having them. I actually ended up putting a lot of stuff in my bag after I watched that video and read comments. So I actually brought 2 pairs of sweatpants that are like bigger, bulkier, like looser fitting. I didn't use either ones. I just wore my leggings. So, and that's probably different for everyone. My slippers, I never even took these, I never even took these out of the bag. I was in my flip-flops the entire time. From showering to walking around my room, walking around the hospital, I never even used my slippers. Sticking with that, I packed socks, which I never used. I did not get cold during delivering her. A lot of people said your feet get really cold. I didn't. I was really warm. And afterwards, they give you like hospital socks, these fancy little things. I only wore these like one day. So again, my hospital provided these. I didn't need to bring my own. My feet weren't cold during delivery, but that's not to say nobody else's would be. So I think one pair of socks would still be a good thing to have. I brought 2 nursing tanks, and I only used one of them. This one's still clean. The nursing tanks were nice to have, but I will say, like, I also wore my nursing bra, which is in the laundry, which I would recommend taking a nursing bra because you're obviously nursing, and it just kind of helps like support and not feel so saggy. But again, like we had visitors the whole time, so I wanted to have a bra on, and so the nursing tank was great. But at the same time, when we didn't have visitors, like I was just hanging out in my bra so I could just easily feed her when she needed to eat. So maybe one tank. And same with the cardigans. I wore both cardigans. I wore my white one home with me, and I wore the black one around the hospital. Like when we went to the discharge class, I wore this with my nursing tank and leggings. The cardigans are really nice. I don't know if you need, you know, a cardigan and a bathrobe. I used both, but it's really to your discretion. Okay, and then as far as like makeup pouches and all that stuff. So in this pouch I had the coconut water wipes, which I did use. We went to the hospital at 6 o'clock on a Friday, and so I already had makeup on from that day, and so by the time we delivered her the next day, Saturday, before Nick's parents came, yeah, I needed to wash my face. So I used these to take my makeup off. Nick even used these as just like a nice refresher. They were just really nice and convenient to have. Deodorant I did use, obviously. Okay, 2 things I'm shocked that I brought but never used. The Fix Plus and the Avion spray. Like I said, I didn't even break a sweat in delivery. Like I was completely comfortable the whole time. I never got too cold, I never got too hot. I will say I was extremely thirsty. I was eating ice chips like they were going out of style. But I had Nick like had these next to the bed to use like when we were getting ready, like it's time to push, I'm like, get out my face spray, and I never needed them. So again though, I'm glad that I had them just in case, because at some points I did put like a cold compress on my head and on the back of my neck, but for the most part I didn't use these, which is weird. Okay, so this little bag had my my face wash, which I did use after I took my makeup off, and then the shampoo and conditioner. Nick used the shampoo and conditioner. He showered there one day. I never ended up washing my hair, so I didn't need to have these, but it was nice to have for my husband because he did shower there. I did shower, but I didn't wash my hair. And instead of the Bath & Body Works soap, a lot of people said to get something more gentle because of down there and open wounds, which I totally appreciated because I didn't even think of that. I just went out and got like a travel size of the Cetaphil, and this was the cleanser that I used, which I did use this. I actually got to shower twice, so I did use the face wash and the body wash the whole time. And that's everything else in here. And then I just have these other 2 pouches. Oh, in this pouch, Q-tips, which Nick and I both used, mouthwash, clearly I did use that, toothpaste and toothbrush. I mean, I think that just goes without saying. The argan oil I did use one night after I washed my face, maybe 2, but I did use this as like a moisturizer at nighttime. And the hospital even gave me like little travel packets of the lanolin cream. I never even used my dry shampoo. Pretty much my hair was up the entire time. I took it down like after I had her, but after that, like, especially because I'm breastfeeding, like, I just wanted it up. So my hair really didn't get greasy where I needed to wash it or even put dry shampoo in it. I washed it the day we were coming home. Oh, I did wash my hair. I did wash my hair. The day we were coming home from the hospital that morning when I showered, I did wash my hair. So I did use that stuff. I wasn't thinking. But I never needed to use the dry shampoo. So that was everything in here. Then the last thing is just my makeup pouch, which I'm drawing a blank on where that is right now. My little elephant poof. I used my makeup. I used my makeup twice. So I had her Friday, well no, it was technically Saturday at 4 o'clock in the morning. I put my makeup on that morning, like later on. And then Sunday I put it on. And then Monday before we came home I put it on. So, and I used everything. It was really super helpful to have like the cream shadow. I had like just enough, I had just enough brushes, I had just enough like one cheek color, a quick eyeshadow, and I will say, because a lot of people were like, you're not even going to be thinking about makeup, and it wasn't that I was thinking about it, but it just made me feel good to have that on and feel like myself. And I know maybe it's like a controversial thing, I don't know, bringing makeup to the hospital when you're going to deliver, but for me, it wasn't really for pictures. It was more so just for myself to feel good and feel like myself. And I had the time to do it. I mean, Nick stayed with me the entire time I was in the hospital, so I had help the whole time, and I had plenty of time to put my makeup on, and it just, you know, after you go through that, it's just so like refreshing to just shower and put makeup on and just feel like you. So for me, I'm really glad that I brought that, and I would recommend other people to bring it too. So that is everything, I think. So those, I hope that helps you guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I wish I would have brought. Like there's nothing that, oh, the boppy pillow, that I did want to mention that. A lot of people said bring the boppy pillow, which I didn't think about, but I did bring, thanks to a lot of your comments and suggestions, which was a godsend. So highly recommend bringing a boppy pillow with you, because I used that pretty much the whole time I was in there with her, like between breastfeeding and just putting her like in front of me, or just using it to, even when like people were coming in, visitors were coming in, they would hold her for a long time and their arms would get tired, we would just prop it up underneath their arms to just give them some rest. Swear by that. I would definitely recommend you bring a boppy pillow of some sort, to, even if you're not breastfeeding, just to kind of help you hold her or him, and be more supportive in that sense. So was there anything else? I'm trying to think. I did bring my own bath towel, which I had Nick put in his bag, which I'm glad that I did that. But the hospital provided towels. They were like very paper thin, so it was nice to just have like a plushier towel. I also brought myself a pillow and Nick a pillow, which I'm glad that I did, because the pillows in the hospital were bad. And I did bring a blanket for Nick, which I'm glad that I did that too, because obviously the hospital provides blankets, but they're really, really thin, and mine was like very cozy. So he had that. And then, oh, the other thing, nursing gown, nursing pillow. So as soon as I checked in and they gave me my delivery gown, I was like, oh, I brought my own. And then the nurse was like, no, 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 you don't want to use your own, because it could get pretty messy, which I totally appreciated. But the second after I delivered her, the nurse was like, let's put your nice gown on for like pictures and stuff. So after I delivered her, I switched out and put my own gown on, which I'm really glad she did that, because it was, obviously it got a little bit messy, and it was nice to just have like a fresh, clean gown to put on. I did use the pillowcase, which was really nice. They were all like, the nurses were all like, I've never seen this before. And I'm like, I know, I'm a little bit crazy. And the nursing gown, which is in my laundry bag, I did use. I slept in that 2 nights, which was super easy to just flip up for breastfeeding. So, again, having your own nursing gown, delivery gown, not necessary. I'm a little bit crazy, but I will say it was really nice to just put on like a clean and like my own, hospital gown. It just made me feel good. One other thing I just remembered, belly bandit. I was tossed up about buying it. I was like, is this a gimmick or is it not? And I asked on Instagram, and more so positives than negatives. A lot of people said it helped them to just like feel tighter down there. So I did purchase one prior to going in, and I brought that to the hospital with me, and I wore it. So we had her morning at 4 a.m. and I think I put it on like 9, and I pretty much wore it the entire time I was in the hospital. And I'm wearing it now, so I can't really show it to you. Well, actually, I kind of can. It just looks like this. And I got it from Bye Bye Baby. They let you use coupons. And I've just been wearing it ever since. So if you are going to have some kind of like compression thing, I would recommend bringing that with you to the hospital as well. I will say that it really helped me with my posture. Like it just made me feel like snug and secure and not floppy. It helped with my posture, especially with breastfeeding. So I was really glad that I brought that. Okay, I think that's everything now. I think I remembered everything now. I can't. So I definitely wanted to mention that though, because I think if you are someone that's going to wear it, I think the sooner you start wearing it, the better. So definitely would be a good thing to take with you to the hospital. So I think that's everything. I think it's everything. If I forgot anything to mention, or if you guys want to remind me in the comments, ask me about them, I'll let you know. But I think for the most part I hit everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.